Hi, this is Johnny. This is part 2 of the video. If you haven't seen part 1, please do see. If you haven't seen part 1, please see the part 1 video, please. And so you know where we at. This is a second half of the video, so we're gonna pick up where we left off from last video. Okay, the first video we did was creating the game list and all that stuff. This time, what we're gonna do is we went to get all the artwork, and as you can see, I changed all the artwork to 2D instead of 3D. So we view it larger, so they're all 2D's image. And I went to back up those 3 files just in case, because there are game in here that is duplicate in the hack, which is the Final Burnout and the Capcom. They both are in the same folder. So when I'm copying over the ROM, there will be a duplicate. Okay. And so what I did is I'm going to go ahead and test it. And if you guys like it, I'll keep it the way it is, the 500 game. Not sure it's going to be exactly 500 because you have some is duplicate and some that will not work. Okay, so I'm going to copy all. As you can see right here, it say 515 because including this folder is 515, but it's only 514. So we're going to copy 514. It also had Mortal Kombat Battletoads that I know last time we already tested, but this is the top 500 game that I'm copying over. So some of them might have Capcom 1, Capcom 2, Capcom 3. Okay, so the game might be I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you guys, and later maybe if I have time I'll clean it up so that it will only show arcade games, so you won't have the same game in two different places in Capcom and also Neo Geo. Now here won't have too much of a Neo Geo. It will just copy and then start this and paste. Okay. I got a lot of stuff copying. I have to pause it, otherwise I can't continue with this video. So I got 7 minutes, and so let me pause this one so that way I'm doing my other image that I'm working on to complete my arcade, which is the dynamic dual image that I'm working on. I'm trying to copy the file over to the SD card so that way that I will have the game set that I want. So it's going to take about 8 minutes. So at the same time, we're going to go ahead and copy the game folder. Okay, so let's view it by detail, and we're going to go ahead and copy. Now, this one you cannot just copy over. Okay, let me show you why. All right, so if you go to the game folder, they are all in a folder called cover. Let me show you some other one. It go by this, okay? And if you view by the large icon, well, let's view it larger. The size is being set to, let me edit it. And if you see the size is 254 by 299. Okay. And so this image here, the size is not correct. Okay. Some of them are correct, most of them are not, because I download all of them, almost all. That's why it took me so long, because I had to because I have some is 3D, some is 2D like this, and it's not consistent. So it's hard to find 3D than it is to able to find 2D, because 2D is easy to find, 3D is not. So I went and changed everything to 2D. So to fix this, we have to run a command prompt. Okay. Now, this command prompt, you have to install a software, okay, in order for it to work. And you might have to install 2 software. It depends on your computer. If your computer already have this file inside your window, you don't need it. the C++ package. But if it do not have it, then you have to download from the Microsoft website. And then the file you're downloading is this one. It's a 64-bit. Okay, now my window is a 64-bit. Okay, so I'm downloading 64-bit. If yours is 32, you might want to do the 32. Then this is a website. After you download this is a website that you will install the program. Okay, once the program is installed, then you run this command right here, which I'm going to run 254 by 299. So I'm going to copy that. So number one is we had to change the size. Okay, before I want to find the path. Okay, so I don't have to type it. So it's a G drive. So I'm in C. So I need to type G colon enter. Then I type CD space Control V to paste it. To paste this. Okay, press enter. Now I'm in this directory where all this file is. So if I type dir, you see this is all my file. Now I need to change the size. To do that, I need to type this because I don't remember, the command line. So this would also be included on this video in case you need it. So you'll be right here. I want to change everything to the correct size. So press enter. Okay. Because if I don't change to the right size, the picture is going to look funny. Some is big, some is small, it's not going to look correct. All right, so next thing we're going to do is open up Excel. Okay. And I have modified those 3 files so that your Excel will be easy to maintain, to review, and whatever. First one is called the Neo Geo ASP mean Arcade Stick Pro. This will create a folder and move the file to the game list. That's the one you want to open. Okay. Now you might say, Johnny, on the first video, it doesn't look like this. The reason is because I hide it. Okay. Plus, I created where if you try to accidentally change anything, it won't let you. Okay. Why? Because that way you won't have issue later on. Okay. So only thing you could change is here. Okay. So if you have any game, now the game is we already copied on the first video. We copy and paste it here. Remember, that's how we created this one. Okay, the WOM. I also gave you another additional one. So you want to grab this version. This is the newer one. This one will make it easy when you copy and paste. For example, if I delete this, see the formula change. There's nothing there. So if you paste it back, which I'm going to do, paste back, undo, then it will tell you. So the one we want now is called cover. So the color is together, I mean, this is one set, this is one set. So make it easier for you to look at because otherwise you got all this other stuff that belong to Neo Geo Mini, which you don't want, you don't need. So you just highlight the whole thing, scroll all the way down. So this is the last step of the video of the spreadsheet. Everything else is already done. And I'm just going to copy it. Now this spreadsheet is only up to, this one will go all up to 500. Okay, this one allow you to expand when you unlock it. The way you unlock this, I put a password on it. So to unlock it, you go to view. Okay, you click on unlock. Okay, and then you say my last name, LIU. Okay, he asks you, do you want to replace all the ROM? I know the ROM is already working, so I'm not going to replace the ROM. So I'm going to say skip. See, okay. I forgot to check how many ROM did I. Now I forgot which one I was working on. I guess this one. Okay. So if you type in the password, now you could double click this. you can see all the other one, like the zip file became no.zip. Then you have make directory, and then you got all these other one that probably will confuse you. Like this is part of the Neo Geo Mini because the TV dot and then there's LCD. See, so you got all this other stuff you don't need. Okay, and then you could see the formula and you could actually delete it. For example, if I press delete, it's gone. Okay, so that's how you unlock it. Now let's put it back. Let's undo. Okay, now if you want to put it back, you just go to protect. All right, everything is set up already. You just put in my last name or whatever name you want to put so you will remember. But if you put a different one, once you put it in, it's going to ask you again. Okay, then you say okay. All right, now if you try to delete this, it won't let you. Okay, so that's how you unlock it on all three spreadsheets. Okay, I put it there is just to help you so you won't have accidentally make mistake. It's not, I didn't put it there is to keep my information away from you. No, I want to share my knowledge to you guys so you guys know how to do things, and maybe you could create something better. Okay, so that's what the formula is for, is to help you so you could save time. And anytime if you need to create a folder or do things, you could look at the formula and then just make more different formula. Like I started with Neo Geo Mini. Now I create Neo Geo Arcade Stick. Okay, so yes, those are very useful. Now I just copy this. Okay, now you're going to say, how do I use this, Johnny? So first thing you do is open up a batch file. So I'm going to create a batch file. Let's find a place so we could create it, so we could find the batch file. We're going to create here because we're going to run the batch file here. We want to create a folder called 3cover.png, and so it will be look just like okay, this is finished. All right, so the image change is done, so we're going to minimize that, and let's open up the other folder. We want to do the same thing where you create a folder like this and change the name called cover, just like that. Okay, so we are going to create a batch file. The way you create a batch file, you open up file, we open up new, go to new, go to text document. Okay, new text document. Here you're going to say create game folder, and then you're going to rename rename to a cover. Okay, and then we're going to press enter, and we're going to paste this command. Okay, so you're going to say, well, some of them have a lot of space, would that be a problem? No, just paste it. Don't worry about all this crazy space. Okay, it will work like this. Okay, then you're going to say save. All right, this is done. That's all you have to do. So you grab it from Excel, put it in a text file, and after you finish pasting it, we're going to rename it. We're going to rename it to called BAT. Okay, if you don't rename it, it's not going to work when you double click it. Say yes. Now we double click it, it run the program. It run this for you, a DOS command prompt. It's copying, it's creating a folder, and it's renaming the file all at one time. So you don't have to do this one by one. Okay, you said you have another one. Yeah, just do it all. All right, it's done. Okay, so if you look at it, you're going to have all this folder. If you go inside, it's already renamed cover. Okay, see the size, 554 by 299 is changed. See, the size is correct. See that? Okay, so size correct. And you go to the next one. Let's random select another one. It's done. Size correct. And it's called cover.png. All right, so it's good. So we're going to take that, copy that. We're going to go all the way down. It should be 514 right there. We're going to select that. And there was one that had real long. Oh, that's our batch file. The real long name, that's our batch file. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and copy. We're going to paste it in your SD card. Okay, we're going to paste it into a game folder. So we're just going to paste. Now this time I'm going to replace all because I want to change everything from 3D to a 2D. So it's going to ask me, you got some that have the same name. Do you want to continue? And I'm going to say yes, continue. So once this is finished, we're going to take the SD card out and we're going to put it onto the arcade Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro, and we will see that the game is all there, the pictures and stuff like that. Now we have to do is test. I have to go and test every single one of them and then remove the one that do not work. Okay, so I will have to create a new list so that way I know how to delete them. So we're gonna go open up another file. I'm gonna open the one called main. Now this one is the space fixing the ROM list and game list. That's what we did on the first video. Let's look at both of them. Okay, this one is a little bit different. I changed it. Why? Because so that way you won't accidentally try to like I thought I hide this. I forgot to hide this. Okay, so here if you try to type it, I'll let you type it. Oh, undo it. Okay, I did not put this in the protection mode. Where did I save this at? Okay. Now the system is asking me, do you want to replace it? So you have 118 game. Oh, that's a lot. That is a duplicate name. So out of 500 game minus 100, you got 400, and then minus 18, which we have 114. So you got 396. Yeah, 396 game that is not duplicate. The rest of them, 118 is a duplicate game. So do you want to replace it all? Yes. So we finished with the image. So we could pop this out. I'm just checking where this thing. So this is not the original one. The one I want is the. Let me go ahead and open the original one. That's not the original one. Where's my other spreadsheet? Let me close this one out. This is not the original one that I have going to give you guys. Let's see where this one is. Okay, we're gonna open all three of them, so that way, excuse me, we're just gonna go over a little bit so you know the difference in change. This one I could delete it because it's the same name. Okay, so we look at the creating folder and move the folder to the game list. Okay, Now we're going to look at the first video that we went over on the first video, but the file is a little bit different. Okay, and the reason it's different is because, like I said, same thing. The password, you just go to review, unlock it if you want to see the formula. Because right now, if you click on anything, there's no formula. It only and if you try to press delete key right here, it say you're not allowed to change it. Here, you only could do 100 at a time. So the last one is going to be 100, but on your game list, if you look at the game list, it start with a 0. Okay, so this game list is also different. So if you try to see, there's no formula, you can't see no formula, and plus here you cannot delete or anything. So make it easier, so you know this is the one you need to copy and paste it on the game list. Okay, so if you started with 100, you just have to go down the list, and it's going to say 99. Okay, so the next one you want to pick is going to be you're going to pick if you pick 100, so you have to see right here is 99. So you're going to say, well, Johnny, what I do? Well, if this is 100, you just make sure you keep the same number. 100, the next number will be 101, correct? So it'll be 101, all right? So this will automatically change for you. Now here, the game list is going to end with 199, and it's going to pick up where you left off, which is, it was 99, correct? So the top of the first one is going to be what? 100, which is correct. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. Just keep on following the same number. If this is 101, the next one would be what? 201, correct? And so on. So just keep on doing that. That's how you create the list. See, now it's 200, so the next one will be 201. All right, so I make it so that the only thing you can modify is this and this. You could change those, okay? So whatever you type, for example, whatever you type here, Johnny dot zip, okay, and then here you type in Johnny Lou as a description of the game. Okay, if you come over here, this would be Johnny, ID is Johnny. Okay, the zip file is called johnny.zip. See that? It created for you. The description is Johnny Lou. The ROM is called Johnny. Okay, you could do one at a time. You could do a whole bunch at a time. First video I showed you, we did one at a time, and then we went to 500. Okay, so let's go back to the game list. And here, if it's not final burnout, you just change it to, you know, for example, Capcom, which is also final burnout. And that's not a good one. Or Mega Drive. So everything now is empty all the way. Okay, and if you have Super Nintendo or Game Boy, type Game Boy. So everything is GB all the way down to the last one. GB. Okay, so that's how you do it. So I'm going to do final burnout again. Okay, here I'm going to undo this. So I'm going to do undo. All right, so this is this one. So you can't change this. You only could change this and this and this. This is the yellow one you could change. This one, nothing, just copy it. You can't change nothing. You cannot touch it, you cannot delete it. You try to delete it, it's give you error. Okay, you cannot type anything. All right, you can't change it. Only thing you could change this one. See, this one you cannot change nothing. This one is only one you can. Okay, the next one here, same thing. You can't change anything. You can't delete number. All right, you just copy only, copy and paste. All right, so that's those two. Those are the two main ones. Now, those of you who's curious about this one called main, that's only if you get the game list called the LPL from the RetroArch. So if you have game that come from PSP, like PlayStation Classic Mini, or that use RetroArt, you could copy the game to over here and delete the title. Just copy it over. Make sure it's the same kind of format that you are seeing. So for example, right here, the begin and the end. Begin and the end. Okay, if you have that, just copy over and it will automatically create the formula for you. Something went wrong with this formula. Okay, here I'm trying to create a game list. So if a game doesn't work, I could delete it from here. So I don't have to like, and once I delete this, then I could add this list back into the, to the arcade and recreate a new list. So that's how I'm keeping track of it. There's something wrong. So this one and the other one, don't worry about because you're not going to use it a whole lot. This is just for my own reference. For some reason, this formula is messed up. So I'm going to do view, unlock, type in my password, LRU, enter. And what's wrong with this formula? There's supposed to be two formula here. I'll have to look into it, see what's wrong with it, see why the formula is not working anymore. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Those two are the main ones. This one, the other one. The other one is just for me to create my own game list. You're not going to be using that. You will be using your own game list. Okay? All right, so let's pop up the SD card and let's go check it out. That's pretty much it. Oh, I find out why my formula wasn't working because I renamed this. You cannot rename this to something else because the formula is pointing to a file called main that, and I rename it to .lpl. So to fix that, you will have to put .lpl. So the formula to work. See that? I made a boo-boo because I renamed this. And so here I have to do the same thing. So be .lpl. So you can rename the folder if you're going. So that's why these two are not working. So I want to go ahead and keep the same name so you know where I got this file from. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this all the way down till the formula finish. Now you could drag this as long as you want. Depend how large your pacing is. So let me drag it as far as this formula entered. Okay, so that's good. All right, so go up to the top. So all this is pretty much, that's how I got this formula. So then I delete everything from the front, the back using the Notepad++. So that's how I created this. Okay. So yeah, this is the formula. If you change the folder name, that's what I did, and that's the reason was causing the problem. Okay. So let me go ahead and protect it again, and put in my last name. Do OK. Is a LIU lowercase. All right. So now if I could change here only. Here I cannot change anything. So if I try to press delete, it give me error. Okay. So this is ready. I'm gonna save it. Okay. So that's all I want to show you. Show you what I did. Is that's what I did wrong. I renamed this and created a formula not working. All right, let's go check out the flash drive on the Neo Geo Pro Stick. Uh, yeah, Pro Stick. All right.
Okay, so we just started the high-low. I haven't checked it myself. I guess the file is a lot. It's taking a long time to load. I'm using a big screen. That's cool. So it's 514 game. I wish all of them will work, but I have a feeling that. So right now, based on what I see, there's about like 364 game that's actually new, but I don't know if all of them will work. Okay, so let me grab my Neo Geo Pro stick. My cable is not long enough. So what I'm gonna do is test it and then mark it on my laptop so I know which ones doesn't work, so I don't have to go back and forth and write it down. So let's go backward. So that's the last one with the alphabet order. So let's start from the front again. So I'm gonna have to we're just gonna look through it, and by looking through it, this video is going to be the long video too. So we're going to look through it, and I'm not going to do the test live. I'm just going to do it in the background, meaning that after the video I will test one by one, and whatever does work I will keep it, and the one that doesn't work I'm going to mark it out and delete the ROM, delete the artwork, delete everything, so it will save you guys space when I zip it up. Because otherwise, if I keep all this and I zip it up and it doesn't work, it just make the, now this one description is lowercase. See, some of this kind of minor thing that I overlook, because the description on the original description from the game list that I grabbed, it wasn't uppercase, so I grab it from the list. And the list doesn't have uppercase, it doesn't have uppercase. I know this one definitely do not work. I already test that. So let's go down the list and see what kind of game we have. This is a top 500 game. Let's make sure all the artwork is there. That is all 2D, that there's no 3D, because I went through the list and making sure that they are all 2Ds. So they're all consistent in the same shape and design. So yep. Yeah, so it's only 100 now. I'm not sure the Defender will work, but there are some that will work and there are some that will not work. All the Donkey Kong I know will work. Double Dragon does work. All the Double Dragon. Dungeon, I have some people told me that some of the Dungeons game did not work from last time. So I have to check. I don't know which one do not work, so I will check those. And just go down the list. So the one that do not work, I will be removing them. That's the new main that I created, which is swing down and it's at the bottom instead in the middle. So this is already being fixed. There's another one you could choose from, is the guy. The original guy was very small. It's the same guy. I think the name is Terry. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So Terry, he's also the same size as this one, but it's also moving action mode. So this one automatic boot to the 500. Those of you who does not know how to do that, you just go to the setting, okay, press A, and then click here A for language, and then you will see Neo Geo, Capcom, and Final Burnout. Now Final Burnout now is 514, but I haven't done anything. I haven't changed this because I don't know exactly how many is going to be working. So when I finish, this number will change to the number that is there. Okay. So let's go click B to get out. B. Okay. So we didn't do any changes. Let's go back up here. Golden Axe, I believe Golden Axe work. I don't think this one will work. I don't remember. So there's a lot of arcade game that the top 500 that, not a lot, but quite a few that do not work on this system. Because this one doesn't have an option to change the, what you call it, change the different emulator, because this is not running RetroArt. If it's running RetroArt, then you could play any game, you know, you could choose different chords, but this is running on a dedicated emulator, and so whatever that emulator support, then those games will work. Like those two will work. We know, we already test those. I don't know about this. I know that one does. I don't think it work. Junior Pac-Man, yes. So some of this game we already tested. Like this one, I believe it work. This one I don't know. Kung Fu Fighter Master, I don't know. So Limit, I don't know. I haven't tested yet. So we're gonna go down and see what kind of game that Johnny have for you guys, and then I'm gonna be start testing it. And Mappy, I had no idea it work or not. Mario Brother, yes. Marvel vs Capcom, this kind of game, yes, it does work. Okay, all the Marvel vs Capcom. Mega Man, I don't know. That's an arcade game. That one, I think so. I don't remember now. Michael Jackson, yes, it's a little bit slow. There's two Michael Jackson. I got two versions here for some reason. Oh yeah, there's a different. One is a hack, one is a bootleg, and one is not. I don't remember which one. I think this one might be the bootleg. That one's the old one. Okay, so Metal Piece, I don't know. Mortal Kombat, definitely no. We're gonna test it, but I can tell you it's not gonna work. 1, 2, and 3. See, there's 2 and there's 3, and then there's another one called Ultra. That's one is in the U alphabet. Mrs. Pac-Man, Pac-Man's all working. Yes, they do work. So that I don't know. I think last time we tested it did not work, and this is the second one, different version. So we're gonna test. I'm gonna test all this, and then if it work, you will see it on my next update. If it doesn't work, then you will know it doesn't show up here. Okay. So here's all the 500 game list, and those are all the artwork. We want to make sure all the artwork is there before we go to testing. Oh, this one is 3D. This one, I don't have this one because this is the Neo Geo game. So for some reason it's there. But yeah. I'm surprised it didn't replace the folder. I told it to replace all. So I missed one. So PU Puzzle Star. I need to change to 2D. All tight, I'm not sure. I know this one, I think that one work, but it's slow. This is the game that somebody asked me to test. Those are top 500 game. I know this did not work, but it is here because it's a top 5. So I'm not sure that this one. I know it doesn't work. So we got all this Wayman Page World. I don't know if they work or not, but I will test it and I'll let you guys know. So let me know, do you guys want me to do a video testing like 50 of them every day? Because by just testing 50, it probably would take at least 30 minutes or longer. Like this game, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So I could do that. If you guys want me to do that, then you know which one that doesn't work, or you want me to just wait till I finish everything and just upload it and then give you guys a final video. This one do work, I believe. So you guys let me know, put a comment about it. I don't know if Sonic will work or not, but this is the arcade version. It used a trackball, and so I'm not sure it's gonna work. Space Harry, Space Invader, yeah, Spider-Man. You got a whole bunch. Spider House, a lot of cool game. This one actually work on AIWO. This is the game set that was in AIWO. Okay, so those of you who have AIWO, you want to download this 500 game. This is all in there, and they all work. Okay, this one I don't know. This is part 2. Not sure it will handle it. But yeah, the AIWO console is 7 inches with customer firmware hack. All these games here are in there. You could download it, and they all work. Ooh, I'm missing artwork. Missing the tank R. Tank R is missing artwork. Some of them might be a little bit not appropriate for kids, so you might want to check it out before you. This one I'm not sure it will work. Terminator 2. So it's up to you guys. If you want me to do it, I might consider doing it, or I could just test it from the background and delete it, and then once I finish, I'll just give you the whole set that work. That way you just look at the video that from the game that work. All this is Ultra Mortal Kombat 3, Ultra Mortal Kombat have different hacks, so there's 3 different ones. Oh, missing another one. T-Tank and Vapor Hunter 2. Vapor Hunter 2 don't have graphics. So missing 2 of them. I'll probably just test those. If it doesn't work, I just delete it. Don't have to worry about getting the artwork if it doesn't work. Alright, that's it. Okay? So if it does work, it will... Let's try one of them. Oh, that means I didn't set up the bio. Oh, this is a Neo Geo version. So that's why it's using Neo Geo. See, I told you some of them are part of the Neo Geo, some of them are part of Capcom. So there's about 118 of them. Oh, it didn't work. It booted up to the... It rebooted. That's kind of weird. That's the first time I did that. I don't know if it's because it's loading too much data at one time. I'm not sure this system could handle it. This is the first time with the Hilo hack that I'm putting that much game at one time. For sure it take a long time to load. Definitely take a long time. Okay. Now I know the 1991, 1992 does work. So let's try again and see if it is doing that. Yeah, it's working fine. So something screwy over there on that one. Maybe because I have 2 ROM set, one is Neo Geo, one is arcade, so he's got confused, so we rebooted. Maybe that's a possibility. So you cannot have one that is pointing to Neo Geo and one is pointing to... No, that shouldn't, yeah. Well, if you have 2 the same thing, you might have an issue. Okay, exit out. Now, those of you who wanted to have an all arcade, you could take the arcade stick and put it into arcade 1-up. That will work too. You know, you could take all the joystick out, and then you could put it in this arcade stick right here, and make it to an arcade cabinet. You know, you could do that too. All right, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go and upload this. There won't be no download. Only download is the 3 formula. That if you guys want to check it out and try yourself, hopefully you guys could, because this is really taking a lot of time for me, and I got other stuff that I like to do, like to work on, and I can't be doing this every day. To me, it's just one console. I got a lot of arcade bar top that I need to build, and I want to finish the project so I could do something else. So I'm gonna pretty much finish this and then leave it like that. You guys have to do your own. I can't figure out how to get all the Super Nintendo and Genesis to work. Hoping that Billy will send me the one that he did, that he tested, that working, so I could look at his ROM set and plus his game list, so I have some idea how to do it. If he could go ahead and send me the link, and so I could download and check it out myself to see what he did, that I'm not doing it, because apparently I try to get it to work and it doesn't work, and only 2 games that work, so I don't know what is going on. So I'm not touching the Nintendo, I'm not touching the Genesis, I'm not touching those 2 products. Only thing I'm doing is the Capcom, Arcade, and Neo Geo. I finished the Neo Geo, I need to update the Capcom, and this is the most I'm going to do for the Arcade. This is the top 500 that I picked personally. I went to YouTube, checked the 200, top 200. I checked the 350, the top 350, make sure I have the same game set. Now, not all of them is going to be in here because not all arcade game work on AV console. So this list might be smaller. For the AIW, all this game is there, but for this one, it might be less than 500. Right now, we know there's 118 games, a duplicate from Capcom and Neo Geo, so this definitely will go down to 364. Now, if some of the games do not work, it will be deleted. Okay, so it'll be less than probably 300. By time, maybe by the time I finish, maybe 250, 200. Just let you guys know, I don't want you to get high hopes that there's 500, turn out there's only 200. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys back once I get that thing done. All right, later.